pull up this hill. I'm pulling for about 10 minutes now. My temperature's, that's probably about 205 degrees. But it's a good long pull up to the top. There's the top way up there. So yeah, this is where it'd be nice to, like, I'm in second right now. It won't even try to shift to third. This is where it'd be nice to, there's third. Okay, it locked up, so that's dropping the temperature big time on the transmission. We're gonna have to get back in the throttle here. So we got another hill. So it just goes to second and stays there. And although it's, you know, pretty much right in its power band for maximum torque, well, they say 2500 is maximum torque. I'm about 27 there. But if I could lock the torque converter in second gear, that would bring me down, keep my transmission cool, and just put the power to the ground. It would only drop it like a couple hundred RPMs. But yeah, she's definitely warming up there under the hood. She's probably about 210 degrees. And I've got I think it's 170 or 180 degree thermostat. It normally never ever goes over 176 degrees. That's max. But like, it holds, you know. We're doing about almost 80 kilometers an hour. These tires are a little bigger. But it's for sure a good pull. I don't know if you can see, but that's where we started, way down the bottom back there. Yeah, once I get to the top there, let's see if she cools down. Note, the gas gauge already moved. This thing's just brutal on fuel. But I mean, it is a good pull, but still. That's as high as I've ever seen this gauge go. But it's going to cool down right away here. We're at the top finally. There we go. Transmission will be running a lot cooler now too. The torque converter's locked up, so that's good. There's a pull out over here. We'll pull over and just check things out here. Well, she's a good hill. Let's see what happens here. Call this 9-mile hill. She's gonna fade pretty fast here. I'm not to the floor yet. Now it's to the floor, but it's not doing anything. It's doing better than I thought. We'll get out of the throttle a bit here. It slowly pulls it. We're at 30 miles an hour, 50 kilometers an hour, but we could drop it into first, but I'll just leave it because we're at the top of the hill. That was our first glimpse of the mountains. And then we got a good downhill.
That's one thing about these V10s, they have really, really good holdback, you know, despite being a low compression engine, but you got 10 cylinders stopping you there.
Definitely warms up pretty good on the hills. I thought it'd run cooler than that, but it doesn't. It's about 205, I think. Here comes another camper. Side by side, so look at the cavalry coming here. Everybody's leaving, and I'm just going. It was sunny for the last 3 days, but I just couldn't get out of here. I had too much stuff to do. So, anyway, over out. It heats up going up the big hills, but it cools off really, really fast. Those mountains are a lot bigger than they look with the camera there. I'm not too far from town. I'm only about 15 minutes from town, roughly. And there's a nice little spot here. Hopefully nobody's in it. I don't think so, because as far as I know, I'm the only guy that camps there. But we'll see. Well, the old V10 did pretty good there. I got a hell of a load there in my toy hauler. I got just about everything I own in there. If somebody pulls up and breaks down with a 350 Chevy, I guarantee you we can rebuild it right then and there. Trailer brakes are working good. Last time I came out, I had no trailer brakes. And so it should be charging my batteries too. I have to check that, but it should be. Look at this. Logged a few moons ago. I can hear some dirt bikes in there. There's a camp right up the road here. This is about the speed you travel on these roads. I mean, you can go faster, but just beat your trailer up and your truck. But this one's not really a major back road. Like it's not a trunk road where they graded it all the time, so it's going to be a little rougher. But yeah, the V10 does fine. It's hard on fuel. I mean, but that's coming up a pretty damn big hill. And you can see it already dropped there about 1/8 of the tank from when we left town. But I think a set of 410 gears would help. This thing's got 355s in it. 410s would smarten this thing right up as far as towing goes. Might even help a little on the fuel economy there. Well, here we are on my little road. Looks like there's usually a camp right there. I don't know if anybody camped there this weekend or not, but just farther up is where we're going. It's supposed to rain here for the next few days. I missed the sunny weather by 3 or 4 days, but oh well. Well, here's another random camp. It actually does look like somebody was here maybe this weekend. The fire's out, that's good. There's a couple little pieces of paper around. Gum wrapper, chocolate bars, I'll pick them up. But all in all, you can see, like, it's clean. They didn't leave a big dump. They should pick up this stuff though, you know? Just this little stuff, I'll pick it all up. Yeah, this was all logged here at one time. And there's the old rigging. Got 2 quads in there, about 7 or 8 chainsaws. Oh man, I got so much stuff. I needed to clean up some tools and that, so I brought a bunch of my toolboxes and whatnot. And I'm going to organize everything while I'm out here. I could have did it at home, but it's more fun to do it out here. And Chevelle's getting pretty close to the end there, so all these little trips, you know, we got to hurry up and get as many of them in as we can. And she likes being out here, so it's a nice change from her sitting at home. Okay, let's head to this camp, see if we can get in there before it starts raining. You gotta watch it here. There's a lot of grizzly bears around here. They just roam around. They usually stay away if you make noise and whatnot, but sometimes they don't. I remember one time I came out of my truck and I was just coming up to a random campsite. I just got out of my truck. It was way the hell out in the bush, a lot farther than we are today. And I just get out of my truck, like say right here. I open the door, I let Chevelle out. She goes right to about where that tree is. And she had her nose to the ground and just sniffing like crazy. I just figured it was a grouse or whatever. And so I walk up right, just a little bit behind her here, like right about here. And I look, and right where that branch is a grizzly bear sitting there just staring right at us. Holy man. I walked right up. I put my left hand on her by her butt and I grabbed her by the collar. I didn't even look at the bear. I probably should have kind of like kept a look at it in the, the corner of my eye. Anyways, I just grabbed Chevelle. I came back. I opened my door quick. I just threw her right in the front seat. I got in, I grabbed my camera, and when I started looking out the back of out the back window, he was about the middle of my camper here. He'd come, up to 20 feet or so from the tree. He came right here, about this far away from my truck, and he was standing up on his hind legs, and he started sniffing. Anyways, and I was just kind of scrambling for my phone and trying to get the camera on. And anyways, by the time I took the video, he's like, not too far away. Probably post the video one day, but he's, probably about 50 feet away by then. He just walked off like no big deal. And I actually got out and stood to about here to video him. And afterwards, I thought, what a stupid thing to do. There could have been two bears, I didn't see the first one. Maybe there was another one hidden in the bush there. Anyways, in the video, you can just see him, just kind of minding his own business, taking off. And then all of a sudden, I just could see clumps of he was looking for roots and stuff to eat up. And you could just see big clumps of ground or earth or whatever just flying up in the air. They're just so crazy powerful. Definitely not a creature you want to be on the bad side of. So anyways, camp is just up here. A lot of times you can travel a long way on a road like this. Like today we're only traveling, for 5 minutes. But sometimes you can be on a little trail like this for, half an hour to get to your camp spot. That's where it'd be nice to be able to put it in low range, but just have two-wheel drive. So you can still turn good and everything like that. And all you really have to do is just disconnect the coupler on the front diff. They have kits, I think, that you can get for it. I'm going to try and rig something up if I keep this truck. It just makes it nice for towing. And then you're just not working the truck so hard. You're just crawling anyways. Yeah, just a little view of the mountains for now anyways, until those trees grow up. Yeah, that was all logged there, probably in early 80s, I'd say. Maybe late 70s even. Anyway, here's our little trail in. So, I'm the first guy, as far as I know, the only guy to camp here. But, anyhow, look at this. So this was a big ditch here. Now, it is an erosion ditch. It still is a ditch, but it's really deep in this one spot. There was a bunch of water had all collected in there. So I rocked the whole thing in. I just threw rocks from over in that mound over there. This is about 4 years ago. I'm going to post that video soon, if I haven't already by the time this video is posted. Anyways, I rocked it all in here, so it was good and solid. And then I put topsoil on top of it, like I think actually I took little clumps over here on the edge. Whatever, it would have all grown back. And yeah, so I put it in there, like Now you got a nice little pad to get in there. It's not such a big wet hole anymore. It's nice and solid. The grass is growing up. You can see a few of the rocks I put in there. They're still showing through.
The idea here is I just put rocks in the ditch so I could drive over top of them and the water could still flow through the ditch.
You can see a few people have driven in here. I've driven in here a bit, but anyways, it's kind of nice because all the grass is packed down right now. So anyways, we'll get in there and get set up. Got lots of work to do. Pretty cool. I'm just setting up the camera here, and you can hear the grouse just beating on the drum there. Yeah, this is definitely grouse country in here. Cool, quiet spot. I love it. I don't know why anybody else didn't find it first, but anyway. It's a tight squeeze. I should have got over more. Oh well, it's white. Well, definitely need some clearance getting in there. I've got a 4-inch lift on mine. Kind of see it there. So it gives me the clearance to get into places like this. It's a little tight getting in, but no big deal really. Keeps people out. Yeah, so sometimes I take my equalizer bars off for stuff like that. But that one wasn't too bad, so I just left them on. But if it gets a little gnarly, then I take them off or loosen them right up anyways. Okay, look at this. The grass is still nice and short. Last time I was here was in August and the grass was pretty tall. Just a beauty spot. I'm going to camp over there in the trees. That's where the fire pit is. Yeah, look at it. Well, it's not raining yet. Knock on Dodge. Part 2, I look this camp over. I begin my fight with the batteries. I get the camper level. And we have a bit of a rock concert. Then I wipe the dust off an old friend. Stay tuned.